Okay, so back to Salonika. So you're transferred to the Hirsch camp from the ghetto where you lived. When was this about?
It was sometimes in June, July. I think was 42, 43.
It was 43.
We escaped the day of the last expedition. We escaped when Hassan escaped.
Hassan is the collaborator, the traitor.
Is the traitor, yes. We escaped that same day when Sam Rubin, which was the driver of Hassan, came and told us Hassan escaped. Now is the time.
No. These pictures is my husband, Sam Rubin, and myself, Mary Rubin, at the wedding of my daughter, Katie, in July 14, 1974, here in Oakland, at the Oakland Hill. What am I going to tell? Oh, my husband and passed away in July July 29, 1979. Yeah, I was very, very happy with him, and we endured all our trouble and struggles since the German occupation. And what else? He was a very nice man, honest, and a good father. I cannot find another one like him.
Was there any incidences of, brutality by the Germans, so that you would be worried about what they might do? Could you talk about that?
One day they make a concentration in the, I don't know if Jack told you that, in the plaza. My husband went with his brother, and they make them to make exercise, I think, because his brother he could not bend. They start to hit him, and because my husband tried to help him, they start to hit my husband, and my husband came home with all blacks and blues, and he says, "What's happened? What's happened?" I don't know. He fell in the bed and he was like crying, both of them. We knew this day it was a big thing in the plaza, just when they took, this was on the beginning, on the 1942, there were, this was too.
Okay, anytime.
Good afternoon. I am Alice Hamburg. I'm here at Temple Beth Jacob to interview Mary Rubin, who comes from Salonika. I'm very privileged, I think, to be able to talk to Mary, to you, and to get your story, which I'm sure is a very interesting one. This is Tuesday, December 5th, and as I said before, this is Temple Beth Jacob, and We are starting our interview. Beth Jacob is are we in Oakland or Hayward? Which are we? I think we're Oakland, right? Oakland.
Oakland, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mary, would you tell me where you were born?
Well, I was born in Thessaloniki in 1917.
I see.
And I grew up there. Yeah.
And we have to finish how you left Salonika and what happened to your family before you get to Athens.
Well, we were in the ghetto, right? And it was a paper that says this family, tomorrow they have to leave. And it was my parents and my in-laws included. But my name and my husband's name wasn't included there. Because my husband, they needed him to fix the cars. They have something was wrong. It was like
like a mechanic.
Mm-hmm. And we saw our name wasn't there. This was at 3 o'clock in the morning. My husband says, get up, get dressed, and we'll go with them. And we were behind them, and we started in line, because the train. SS with a gun came to me and says, go.
Came to you?
Yeah, and to my husband.
Yeah.
They didn't
want you to go?
No, to go. They didn't want my husband still to go, and they took me and my husband, and in this gate it was like a Jewish hospital there, and they make like prison there. Everything was bad. What they were doing there. But thanks, they put our deaths without touching. They didn't hit us, but they were very memory from them. Yeah. Anyhow, the train left, and at night they told us, you go to your cabin, because we have some cabin. And we stayed there till, the next week it was the last convoy we have to go to.
Now, it was in April that they started?
In April is the continuation. April, I mentioned April because it was my family.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, no, there is, no. And this time it was the last convoy. In the meantime,
This was late in summer?
Late in summer, yeah, in August. Because in August. In the meantime, my husband, because he was going out, in and out he met this Italian officer, I told, and his Italian officer was a friend of my husband, because they were living in Thessaloniki. Mm-hmm. And he told him, if you can give me 10 family, 12 family, the names, I will give you false identification like they are Italian, and we are going to take them from the ghetto and send it to Athens, because in Athens it wasn't. And there we were like 9, 10 couple, new married, or we were young, And I was telling to you, it says, okay, it says. And they gave us some names. And the next day, the Italian guy came, gave to my husband a different names identification. Says, you are going to tell to your wife, she was born in Livorno, those and those. You are going to take to this lady, she was born in Italy. Everybody, we have a new identification, these 10 couples. And says, and I'm going to go to Gestapo and ask for this to take them out, because they are my people, they are Italians, and we are friends, he said. Just one of the couples, she was talking with a friend of her, I told you that.
But you have to tell us.
Yeah. One of the young girls was telling to a friend, I said, Thursday we are going out because the Italian officer did that for me. Mm. This girl was married to a German Jewish who was too much collaborating with the Germans. He told her husband, those papers are false, and the husband told to the Gestapo, and the Gestapo put an order, says nobody's going to leave the ghetto today. And all our dream, says, okay, we'll go back. It was the next day. At 3 o'clock, the convoy was too. And in this gate there were three gates, and all these gates they were with two Gestapo in every gate. They didn't let go in and out, nobody. But this day, the SS, they have to come with us, and they change and they put the Greek police in the doors, the gates there. And my husband knew one of the Greek. He says, listen, we are going to leave in a half an hour. We need to buy something for the train to eat. Let us go. I says, well, I don't know. He says, if you want to go, go and come back. He says, well, there are 6, 7 couples who want to buy something for the train. Okay, says the Greek. Says,
let them go. Let them go.
But in the meantime, the week before, those 10 couples find a place where they are going to go in leaving the ghetto. They have friends, Greeks or something.
But where?
In Salonika.
Oh.
This is from the ghetto to Salonika, because we were still in Salonika.
Yes.
And everybody says, okay, once we couldn't get out through the, officially with the Italian, we'll do this way. We are going to, and we have some place to go. This day, someday, they come to us, the lady who was going to hide my husband and me says, I'm scared, I cannot.
This was a Greek woman who was
a Greek
going
woman,
to
yeah.
hide
All they were Greek now there, they were not. But you know,
right,
there were some friends who compassion, but they were afraid, you know. They were afraid because the German is not to laugh.
No.
Anyhow, all those 10 couples, one by one, they went to buy things that they didn't come back. And we were the last one. When we were in the street, we didn't know where to go. My husband was very known in Salonika. All the people were, and he was afraid that somebody will know him out there. It was August, it was a heat, and we were walking and walking. He says, what we are going to do? And my husband says, okay, let's walk and go to the embassy, to the Italian embassy.
Από ό,τι ξέρω, όσοι πήγαν στο Λιαννοκλάδι, το 90% δεν έζησε. Δεν έζησε διότι καταρχήν οι κακοχίες που υπέστησαν ήταν τόσο μεγάλες που οι περισσότεροι που πολλοί πέθαναν εκεί, άλλοι ήρθαν αδύνατοι και ταλαιπωρημένοι από το Λιαννοκλάδι. Και το χειρότερο απ' όλα ήταν που όταν φτάσανε στο βαρόνο Χίρς από το Λιαννοκλάδι, ο Χασόν τους έβαλε από πίσω, γιατί και πώς δεν ξέρω, αλλά αυτό που ξέρω θετικά είναι που τους έβαλε από πίσω μια κόκκινη γραμμή με μπογιά. Και αυτό είχε ως αποτέλεσμα ότι την μέρα που ήρθανε, την ίδια μέρα τους βάλανε στα βαγόνια και όταν ύστερα από 6 μέρες τους φορτώσανε στην ράμπα του Μπεργενάουν, όταν οι Γερμανοί είδαν την κόκκινη μπογιά στη πλάτη των αδυνάτων ανθρώπων από το Λιαννοκλάδι, ούτε συζητήσανε να κάνουν διαχωρισμό δεξιά και αριστερά, φούρνο και εργασία. Τους στείλανε όλο στο φούρνο και τελείωσε η υπόθεση.
Από ό,τι μου είπανε ότι έπαιξε μεγάλο ρόλο η καταδίκη του Χασόν, διότι με την αποστολή τη δικιά μας έφεραν μερικούς από αυτούς που είχαν πάρει για διάφορα έργα στη Λεπτοκαριά και αυτοί είχαν έρθει σε άθλια κατάσταση, βρώμικοι, πεινασμένοι, και αυτούς όλους στο Χασόν την ώρα που μπαίναμε στα τρένα ήρθε με ένα κουβαδάκι με κόκκινη μπογιά και τους έβαλε μια γραμμή από πίσω. Αυτοί δεν πέρασαν από την επιλογή που περάσαμε εμείς. Όποιος είχε τη γραμμή την κόκκινη, πήγε κατευθείαν στο κρεματόριο. Δηλαδή δεν τους δόθηκε η ευκαιρία έστω να συμπεριορθούν στους 5-10 που σωθήκαμε. Και από ό,τι μου είπαν ότι ήταν ένας από τους λόγους που τον καταδίκασαν εις θάνατο. Διότι και η εποχή ήταν τέτοια τότε. Αυτός εμφανίστηκε σαν βασιλόφρον και υπερ-εθνικιστής, ο Χασόν. Τον θυμάμαι ακόμα στη δίκη. Ότι όλοι εμείς είμαστε κομμουνιστές και... Αυτό στάθηκε ένας από τους λόγους που καταδικάστηκε εις θάνατο. Τώρα οι άλλοι δεν πάθαν τίποτα.